Hey traders, market update time. I'm going to look at silver and gold in this video, and my purpose of this video is just to share with you what I'm seeing on silver and gold, what's happening right now, what's the overall chart saying, who's in control, and so much more on the charts. Okay, the purpose of this video is just to share with you so you can get a good gauge of what's actually happening right now if you are interested in trading silver and gold, maybe for an investing position or a short-term trading position. Let me just share with what I see there. Before I get started, guys, this video is general advice only. I have no idea what's going to happen moving forward, right? I could be completely wrong with my analysis. In fact, the analysis, the charting analysis, is not always 100% correct, right? So just because the sellers are in control right now doesn't mean the buyers are going to start coming in control. You know what I mean? Or just if the buyers are in control doesn't mean the sellers are going to come in control, right? And there's so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Trading systems, emotional mastery, self-mastery, being consistent, being disciplined, being patient, all this sort of stuff, right? Makes sense? So just not this one video is going to make you a successful trader. I wouldn't say don't place any trade based on this video. It's just me just showing you what I'm seeing in the markets right now, okay? All right, guys, before I do start, guys, I'm running a live webinar, a live training event. So click on that link, the first link in the description, go over and register for it, and I look forward to seeing you on my next training event. Anyway, guys, let's get straight into the market. Firstly, I want to share with you what's happening with silver. So silver, let's actually have a look on the short-term basis here. So we'll look at the daily chart and what's happening here on the overall daily chart. So the daily chart, you can see we're actually starting to gain a little bit of strength here, aren't we? We were stepping down here quite nicely. It's a little small bar breakdown, and you can see this big little flash down bar through here. Came down, and now it's actually slowly starting to step up, and we have indeed actually broken past. Is this high here going to be a lower high? It's actually the short-term basis is gaining a bit of a strength here, and let me show you what I mean by that. Let me just delete everything off the screen here, actually. And if you look at this overall, we can see if we go from the low to the high, you can see how the market came up less than 50% and then came back down, right? So if a Fibonacci tool here, low to high. So as you can see, what's happening right now, the market actually came up. It actually broke past. This is on the short term anyway, guys, short term. So it broke up. As you can see, this top line here is the 62% level. Came up, came back down and bounced off that level, and now it's actually going back up and almost making a bit of a double top here, which is the highs. So the short term is actually gaining a little bit more strength than but basically, it's gaining a little bit of strength here. So we're actually slightly starting to see a little bit more buyers come into the markets now than we have been for a while. So let me just put this through here, and as we can see, right, we're actually also in this overall. Woo! What happened there? And we're in this overall basically channel through here as well too, as you can see on the short-term basis, overall channel. Now this channel can continue and keep running up. As you can see, it's trying to run up right now as I speak. So it looks like we may be able to get a bit of a run back up. This here overall here, this level through here is that indeed that strong area of resistance. So it looks like we may even get like a little push up to that today. And we're in this overall channel. We have completely broken out of this channel through here. Like we were in this downward channel, as you can see. On the short-term basis, we were in that downward channel. Now we're starting to slow step up and now through it. So that's what we see on the short-term basis, okay? If we go back and look at the long-term basis, like the long-term weekly trend, like the long-term trend, who's in control right now? Right, who's in control right now, and so who's in control right now on the daily chart? The sellers are still in control, but the buyers are starting to show a bit of strength, right? Now, but if you actually look at the weekly chart, this is where like you got to trade with the trend. This is where like I definitely wouldn't want to be buying silver right now, because why? Because if you actually have a look at, let me see if I can make this a bit thicker. There we go. So if you have a look at this, right, we have this high, lower high, low, lower low. So so when we come to trend analysis, where is the trend still right now? The trend is down, right? This could easily be right now, or over the next couple of weeks, this easily could make another lower high and down we go. You definitely don't want to be trading against that. Now, once we start to build some strength, and once we start to build some strength back above, say, this whole level through here, and we start to change, once we start breaking above this whole level through here, which is around the $17.50 to $18.00, oh, $17.50 to $18. Once we start breaking above that, then we can start to say, okay, now the weekly trend is now starting to change. Right? And now we're starting to get a long-term weekly change. And until that happens, you don't want to be going against that overall big trend. Now, if you're a short-term trader, get in, get out within, say, a few minutes or a few hours on a daily chart, yeah, we may get a little run up today, as I was talking about on the daily chart. Okay? But that long-term trend is still overall down through there. We still are making that look at very, very, very clearly there. So don't be too surprised, guys, if we start to see sellers coming in control this week or next week and start to smack this down again, because that's actually, we're still making that overall stair-stepping movement. Makes sense? And if you go back and have a look at the overall market, you know, back what happened last year, right? Again, we're looking at the weekly chart. We just keep this really, 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 really simple, right? This was back in the start of 2016. What was happening here? Low. Look at the moving averages. These are just, you know, this is 52, the blues, the 52, the 20, and the 9 on the weekly chart. So you can see how, right, that we have this high through here. This is basically a peak. We had a trough. We had another high trough or higher low, breaking up high. What's happening right now? So what's happening here? Who's in control? Buyers, right? So the market came up, even though we had this selling come down through here. What's this? This is a higher low. Who's in control? So where's the trend? Well, because who's in control and where's the trend? The trend is up, right? Major buyers are pushing it up. And this is where I went and actually bought some silver right here. I held on to it a bit too long, but that's another story. I got my timing right, the exit wrong. But as you can see, right, but look at this here. The market has come down through here, but what's here? This is a higher low, right? And where are the moving averages? Look at this here. The 20 is what? Pointing up. Sorry, that's the 9. The 9 is pointing up. The 20 is pointing up. The 52 is slowly starting to point up as well too. It's fanning out. It's above it. And we're making higher highs and higher lows on the weekly trend. Who's in control? Buyers, right? Buyers. And now we actually start to see the market run up. We made this high. We came down, went sideways for a while, came down, made this low, came up, made a sort of a low through here. So this here was a higher low, came back up, could not push back above here. And as soon as we started breaking this low through here, that was what? That was now the overall weekly trend changing on the short term. Right, so the weekly trend, even though it's above this 50 here, we can start to see that we just made a major lower high. So you don't want to be short in this market right now. And as you can see, what happened through there? And look at this through here, guys. I'll just show you this here. This is where flowing with the market is really, really, really important. So you can see here, right? We made this low, higher low, or higher high, higher low, higher high, sideways, down, probably a bit of a higher low through here, or not really a higher low, right? Just a bit of a sideways movement. Came up, made this lower high, broke past here. So this is where the sellers lost control. This is where the sellers gained control, the buyers lost control. Then what do we have here? Now we have a lower high. You should not be long term in this market, should you? So now we made a lower low, then we made a lower high, and we came down. Right, came down, went sideways, and as you can see, we made this sort of lower low through here, a lower high, came down, made a lower low, ran up, made a lower high, and a higher low. Who's in control right now? Buyers, right? So now the buyers are starting to come in control. But remember, guys, just because the buyers are in control long term doesn't mean you want to be buying the market. You still want a really, really good setup. That's the reason why, guys, that's the reason why, if you go back and look at my old videos, that's the reason why I bought it through here. This here was a perfect time to be getting into the markets. Perfect time to get in the markets. But as you can see, right, again, if you look at this market here and you go back to looking at the highs and lows, what happened through here? We had this high, we had this higher low, ran here, we made a bit of a double top, came down, made a low low. Oh, remember, weekly chart. What is this? Sellers in control. Oh, now we're making a lower high. Who's in control? Sellers. And the market's been short, but the market's been coming off ever since. So when we had this bit of a flash down here, it's like, yeah, look, the market's still making lower highs, lower lows. So don't be too surprised if the sellers start to come back in again and start to knock this back down. Why? Because we are double top. And now we have these major lower highs and lower lows. Very, very, very clear. So don't go against those overall markets through there. So there we go, guys. Bit of an update. Oh, that's actually silver. Let me go and show you what I see. Let me show you what I see on gold as well too. So gold overall, guys, bit of a similar thing on silver on the daily chart, but gold as well too. We've got this bit of a double top through here. Gold is actually really weird, isn't it? Like gold's actually starting to show a little bit of strength right now. So there's no one really in control, is there? Like this, probably the sellers are slightly in control, but we're getting this weird, funky movement, aren't we? We're getting this really, 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 really funky, weird movement. So we've got this high, we've got this high, higher low, we've got a higher high, a higher low, a double top, a lower low. So the sellers still could come in control right now. What are the moving averages doing? They're really tight, right? Look how tight they are all through there. That means there's really no one in control long term. Right, long term, there's no big long term trend here. There's no one really in control. So therefore, the moving average is saying that we still could actually make a lower high through here and start to break back down. And so I would say, guys, if by the weekly chart, if we do start to sell back down and we get a close back below this low here, especially below the moving averages, like below here, then I would say, guys, you know, like I would say that that the sales are likely to come back. If we get a weekly close below, say that 1240, then I would say these lows, probably that the 1200 is now likely to be targeted. And so again, we had this high here. We still could make a lower high through here because we did make a lower low. So sellers, it's an early warning. Again, don't be too surprised. Long-term trend, the sellers, this is more selling than buying. Doesn't mean the sellers are going to come in control, but it's actually really, really ugly because there's no definite who's in control, but there's more sellers than buyers long-term. Now, what you want to do is, if you're looking for a long-term hold on gold, what you want to do is you want to go back. And again, you want to go back and you want to start to buy gold when we're in an uptrend, right? When we're clearly in an uptrend. Don't be too... people like, I'm buying gold now because it's an insurance policy or something like that. It's like, guys, it's important, right? It's important that we wait for the right time. What do we have here? We have a high, we have a lower high. Who's in control through here? Really no one, right? But we have this sort of sideways movement, but where are the moving averages? Pointing up, pointing up, pointing up. So where is the trend? Where is the momentum in this weekly chart? The weekly momentum is up, right? So therefore, you only want to be looking for longs or buy signals through here because that's where the weekly trend is at. Makes sense, guys? So there we go, guys. Hope you like this video. There's a bit of an update. What's next for silver and gold? That's what I see here, guys. Anyway, guys, I look forward to seeing you on my next live training event or my live webinar. First link in the description. Click on it, and I'll see you on the live webinar soon. Anyway, guys, I'll speak to you soon.